What's up guys, welcome to Superwise, I'm John, and we have a couple of interesting Marvel movie news stories to talk about today. But first, let's start off with Thor: Love and Thunder. Now, for those of us who have been paying attention, Thor: Love and Thunder will begin filming in Sydney, Australia this week. You know, Chris Hemsworth recently confirmed this on Instagram. We've seen photos of Karen Gillan, Dave Bautista, and Chris Pratt all arriving in Australia, getting ready to shoot their scenes for Love and Thunder. Tessa Thompson is in Australia now. Basically, the entire cast is ready to film this movie. And there's an addition arriving in Australia that's actually kind of surprising. And that is Jaime Alexander. She confirmed on Instagram that she is returning as Sif for Thor: Love and Thunder. She posted this picture on Instagram with the caption, "Off to the land down under," with the airplane icon, #Sydney, next to the sword icon or emoji. So she's getting ready to go to Australia, which is where Thor: Love and Thunder is filming, and she used the sword emoji, which, if you know, Sif, she is a warrior who's very handy with a sword. And you know, Sif returning is surprising to me and kind of cool because we haven't seen her character in the MCU movies since 2013's Thor: The Dark World. And as we know, the Warriors 3, you know, Thor's friends from the first 2011 movie were killed off, but we never really found out what happened with Sif. So Jaime Alexander returning to be in Thor: Love and Thunder will probably most likely explain her absence in Thor Ragnarok, so it should be interesting to see how she returns after all this time. Also, recently in an interview, Starlin, the co-creator of Thanos, said that he's heard that Thanos will make a cameo in Marvel Studios' Eternals. I'm gonna paraphrase here, but basically what he had to say is that he's read some things and heard some things confirmed from Marvel Studios that Josh Brolin's Thanos will at least make a guest appearance in Eternals. He's not making any of this up. So, I mean, that's pretty interesting. Thanos is most likely going to appear in Eternals. You know, I've been reading rumors around that Thanos will return sometime in Phase 4 or 5. And it seems like Eternals might be it. Now, the question is, will Thanos return post-Endgame and be resurrected? I don't know if I like that. I would rather this cameo be like a flashback before Endgame, because he's dead. The Avengers killed him. And if he came back post-Endgame, I feel like that what the Avengers did, what Iron Man did, he sacrificed himself. It would sort of be all for nothing. So I really do hope it's just a flashback. Now, what do I think about the upcoming Eternals movie? Well, honestly, I'm not excited for it or even interested. It has a really good cast, but I've seen some of the concept art and I've read some of the details, and I don't know, personally, it just doesn't interest me. I get the vibe that Eternals is going to be like a Guardians of the Galaxy type movie. Now, when we see footage, maybe I'll change my mind, but where I stand right now, I'm just not interested in it. But there's kind of beauty in that, because for the first 3 phases of the MCU, I watched all of the movies leading up to Avengers Endgame, because Avengers Endgame was going to end the original Avengers story arcs. Where it all began, it ended. And when the credits to Avengers Endgame rolled, that was the end of the MCU for me. I think it wrapped up the MCU beautifully for me. But of course, money talks, and it has to go on. The universe has to go on. It has to be ever expanding. And even though I think the MCU for me is over, I'm still open to watching certain projects, certain future MCU projects. But since I don't really care about the MCU continuing, I'll pick and choose what I'm really interested in. Like, I'm really excited for Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness for obvious reasons. I'm interested in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. I'm interested in Blade. I'm interested in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Thor, Love and Thunder. I'm really interested in Shang-Chi because it has the potential to be really badass. I mean, I'm a sucker for martial arts movies, and Shang-Chi is like the best superhero martial artist out there. So there's potential for really cool, badass action scenes. I'm really interested, even excited for most of the upcoming Disney Plus Marvel Studios series. But there are going to be times where I look at an MCU project and I'm simply not interested in it, and I'll probably just skip out on it, like Eternals, like Captain Marvel 2, like Black Widow. Maybe if I see footage, I might be persuaded, but that's just how I am right now. But that was the video. Tell me in the comments down below, are you excited or even interested in Eternals? What do you think of Sif returning in Thor Love and Thunder? Did you miss her character? Are you excited she's back? So let me know in the comments down below. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I am at 159 subs right now. If we can get one more and get to 160 soon, that would be amazing. But subscribe, that'll be all for me. And remember my catchphrase, guys. Stay superwise.